the show. I'm excited for our guest today. Boom! Our guest today grabbed attention last month. Well, he grabs attention all the time because, well, he's great. Ryan Bailey was interviewing Carolyn and Bergie from Peacock's The Traitors when Carolyn revealed that she's coming for Fallon's job. They're friends. They don't hate. Watch this.
I can't just go on every single reality show or whatever. It's true. So no, I want to be the co-host of the Jason Show in Minnesota. I already told him.
She's gonna get it.
Wait. What is the Jason Show?
It's like a Jimmy Fallon, but for Minnesota almost.
I would listen to your guys' spinoff. I would listen to you on the Jason Show. We will follow you to the ends of the earth. So
yeah. Well. Yeah, Bergie, we're also across the country, not just in Minnesota. Ryan is the host of the incredibly popular podcast. I love its name, too. So bad it's good. He recaps everything reality TV and pop culture. Audience, give it up for Ryan Bailey, everybody.
Good morning. I'm so sorry to Fallon. I'm sorry to Fallon right off the bat.
What, buddy? I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I'm sorry to Fallon right off the bat. I did not want to create tension for her job with Carolyn at all.
No, but with that clip, you know what it's like, my friend, when you have a guest that comes to play. It is a joy. It's a joy as a broadcaster, podcaster. Carolyn comes to play, does she not?
Oh, you don't know what to expect with Carolyn, but she's exactly how you see her on The Traitors or Survivor. She is full of energy. She's going to zag left, zag right, and you kind of just, you're along for the ride. And she's like one of the reasons why I love reality television and pop culture at large, because she is just so uniquely herself.
Absolutely. And you just, as a host, you just sit. That's when your job is so, we both have great jobs, but that's when you just sit back, right, Ryan? You just sit back and let her go.
You just have to get out of her way and let her do what she does. And by the way, it brought me to your show because this is the first time her telling me and Bergie telling me what fans they are of your show. And then I started watching you guys on YouTube and I was like, you have the dream job. This is the dream right here.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I don't take it for granted. It's great. I feel very lucky. And you know this, there's only a finite number of these shows that people get to do, and I always feel very lucky. Well, let's talk about you. I'm a big fan, Mutual Admiration Society of you. Where did this start? You wanted to be a radio guy, didn't you, Ryan?
Well, I would have loved to have been on the radio, but I didn't. I grew up in Kansas. I was a kid that loved pop culture when everybody on my street loved sports. And so I would just try to get my hands on anything pop culture related. This is pre-internet. Yeah. And I watched reality shows day one from Real Housewives of Orange County, and I fell in love with that reality show format. And I was an actor in Los Angeles, and I would have small parts on big things like The Office or How I Met Your Mother, and I would have big parts on horrible Lifetime movies. And then I started talking about this, and I didn't think there was an audience for this. I would just kind of shout into my podcast mic about reality television and pop culture, and it just slowly built an audience. But I just grew up loving talk show hosts and reality shows.
And you, correct me if I'm wrong, you started the podcast during the pandemic, right, Ryan?
Yeah. Just in my room with a mic, and I would do these long 6-hour podcasts because I was used to drive time radio that would be 4 hours and above. And I would just have 3 guests. I would have my parents on as guests, and I would just put it all together as a big mashup. Yeah.
I got to tell you, you have endurance like no other. Ryan does these long, and he watches everything, man. And then you do these 4, 5, 6-hour broadcasts. Ryan, I do this show. They have to take me in the back and hook me up to an IV. So I just, it's just.
Jason, I'm getting there. We are slowly losing our lives, Jason. There's too much television on right now. It is a full-time job just to keep up with all the good TV.
The serious question, because audience, and I know you're all going to subscribe if you haven't already, how do you do it? Do you literally have to schedule your TV viewing? I know that I have to.
Yeah, this used to be a dream. As a kid, I would be like, if I could just get paid to watch TV, and now it's a nightmare, Jason. Like, I have to finish work, and then I watch like 4 hours of television, and now they'll have these apps where you can watch it at like 2 times the speed, and so I will speed up the TV show, especially sometimes if it's a reality show and it's a bad episode. I'll watch it 2 times, like the speed 2 times through.
Was there a moment, I wondered this, because it is, you had a slow build. Was there a moment where you knew, Ryan, you were kind of at the top of the roller coaster? Was there a surge of subscribers? Was there a guest that put you over the edge to get you where you are now, where your popularity just kind of exploded?
I wish I could say there was like a surge in popularity at some point, but for me, it was always a slow build.
Yeah.
Or, like it was always... People seem to enjoy me, which was like the nicest thing, and I don't mean to sound braggadocious or anything like that, but the guest, they would come for me, and then you would try to tell them how excited you were about the guest. Like people like Carolyn, it is a dream for me to get to talk to her or have a show with Bergie recapping the Traders. But for me, it was like a slow, steady build, and then I'm on Jeff Lewis's radio show on Sirius XM, and that actually was a really nice bump because it put me in front of a new audience where Jeff just makes fun of me on the radio.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I love you on Jeff Lewis Live. Wait, stay right there. More with Ryan when we come back. Back in a moment, everybody. Welcome back. Guest audience coordinator Sophia doing a great job over there. She did a great job. Look at that. Ha ha ha. More now with Ryan Bailey, the host of the podcast. So bad it's good. Hey, right before we went to break, you mentioned Jeff Lewis Live. You had the revelation, my dear friend, we're of the age of Botox. How's it going?
You know what, Jason? I just got some yesterday, and I hear that it sets in like 2 weeks. So I don't know what I'm going to look like in 2 weeks, but it might be like this.
Yeah. I'm still seeing emotion on your face, my friend, so that's good.
Yeah, I asked to have a little bit of emotion still left in my forehead, so we'll see how this goes. I'll check back in with you in 2 weeks.
Please. Okay. We talked some generalities the last time. Now I want to take advantage of you being here because, like you, I love the Bravo universe. So I want to ask you some very specific questions. I want to start with The Real Housewives of New York, Roni, which is my beloved. I watch it almost literally every day from start to finish. I just have it on repeat. What do you think they need to do to fix this?
Okay, so the audience is going to think we're speaking in a foreign language.
That's
but
fine.
It's hard. It's hard because original Roni with the original cast is so beloved, so it already has such an uphill battle. And what I always suggest with any reality shows is start with friendships that are already formed. And so the first 2 seasons, I felt like we were watching this new cast of Roni form actual friendships. And so you're almost giving them a chance. Like, so something will pop off, hopefully, in this 3rd season if it gets renewed, and we'll see some real action. But the casting, they just didn't really know each other. So we're watching them get to know each other, and it puts the audience in kind of a weird position because we want to see already formed relationships. The audiences are really savvy these days, and we pick up on those things really quickly. And with old Roni, you knew Ramona and Sonia were friends already. You knew Countess Luann was friends with Dorinda already. You already had those relationships, so it was so much more fun to watch.
Also, don't you think, Ryan, just as we're more savvy, sadly, they are more savvy where they're almost too protective of themselves so they don't let loose like the earlier seasons.
Boo! Yeah, that's right, audience. Boo! No, you're right. I mean, we're in a different age of what would fly on reality shows 15 years ago is definitely not what we see now. So they are very camera conscious, and they have grown up on reality television. So sometimes they're trying to make moments or force moments, and sometimes they're not putting the foot on the gas when they should. And I think they're just very self-aware. So you have to break that self-awareness.
We have like 2 minutes left. I'm going to divide this. The next minute, Vanderpump Rules, same question. What do they need to do?
Okay, so Vanderpump Rules, it is, we're doing a whole new cast. They begin filming in April. They've gotten rid of everybody because they went as far as they could go. And I mean, you would just really have to, I mean, it's an iconic reality television show, but it has an uphill battle because we are so locked into this old cast. And it's going to be really up to the audience. They just need to make sure the casting is perfect. And they captured lightning in a bottle with this. And they also got to make sure that they cheat on their boyfriends and girlfriends.
Okay, I have to ask, you watch so many, you referenced this in the first segment, you watch so many damn shows. What show do you watch that you watch strictly for the job, but you just can't stand?
Okay, so this season, and this is not every season, but right now, and this is, I'm not loving Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's feeling like work. It feels, I know, Jason, don't come at me. Jason. Don't be like that. Don't be like. It feels like
say goodbye to Ryan, everybody.
Oh no.
What?
No, Jason. I mean, come on. It seems like Erica Jane's there to collect a paycheck this season, and
Okay,
it's a softer
I
side
agree.
of Erica Jane.
Yes, I agree with that. Continue.
I just think that Kyle Richards has been there since the beginning, and it feels like we are having to pull information out of her and all of the cast. So it's like a game of what they're trying to hide from the cameras, and the audiences are smarter than that. And it's like, we want more. Be honest about your life, because it feels like we're reading a lot of like subtext in the scenes, but they're not actually coming out with it. Now, Real Housewives of Atlanta this season, 2 episodes in, and it's fantastic. These ladies are kind of new, and they're already working so well off of each other.
Oh, God, I hate when you're right. Okay, you're right. Please come back, my friend.
Anytime. Jason, come on my show, too.
I would love it.
Please.
Give it up for Ryan, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Subscribe right now. So Bad It's Good wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you, Ryan. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. He's great.